Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I have a really spicy knife unboxing to share with you guys. This knife was loaned to me by a viewer. Let's just say this is not the type of knife where the company who makes it is going to send out free samples. I've been actually hoping to get my hands on this for a while now, and I'm really excited to just experience it for the first time. Periodically, these things are available, but they are wildly expensive. That's going to be very apparent here in just a moment. I will link it down below, anything that I can find, but you just know they come in and out of stock. So if you're actually interested, it's probably something you're going to kind of have to hunt. Thanks so much to my patrons for supporting me, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. Oh boy, here we go. This is exciting. You know, I unbox a lot of stuff on this channel. And I think it's obvious that, you know, some things are really exciting. And, you know, some things are just not as exciting, right? But as time progresses, these experiences are fewer and further between for me. This is from a longtime friend of the channel, and his name is Tom. Thank you very much. He says, "Hey, Metal Complex, hope you enjoy the blank blank for the next month or two. Thank you so much." It is used, so don't worry if there's a mark on it. Wow, okay, cool, man. Thanks. I'm really excited. Thanks so much, Tom. All right. Let me cut it. He's got this thoroughly fortified. There we go. Don't cut towards yourself. Just do as I say, not as I do kind of thing. Sorry, one moment here. I want to get this off without messing up the packaging. So what do we have? Oh, boy. Yeah, it's a Rockstead. Are you familiar with Rockstead? Most of you are. If you're not, I have a Rockstead in my collection. I own a lot of knives. I own a lot of knives in very exotic steels. And let me tell you, absolutely nothing that I have has even come close to the cutting performance of my Rockstead. This, to my knowledge, has a blade that is made out of the same thing. Oh, boy. Oh boy, it's a big boy. I think this is probably one of, if not their largest folders. This is the Ren, a titanium frame lock. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'm not sure what this makes me think of. It almost makes me think of, boy, it's kind of Kershaw meets Shirogorov. Oh boy, look at that. Face reveal! Face reveal! It's all Metal Complex's face! That's the first time. It's not. Hey, the action on this is pretty smooth. Wow. Boy. So we have a dual convex Tanto zero edge that's been mirror polished. What's the big deal, huh? Well, Rockstead has proven, this isn't guesswork, right? It's been proven. Rockstead's geometry and their mirror polishing and their zero edge and the combination of all of those elements, plus the fact that they hardened their ZDP to 67 approximately, which even for ZDP is very hard. These will cut forever. But boy, the action is absolutely not. I'm gonna try and reverse flick it. Yeah, the action is not what I was expecting. I really thought, so does this run on washers? I forgot to look it up before I started the video. Man. Ooh. I'm getting my stupid fingerprints all over it. The fact that, you know, I know a lot of people are like, why aren't you wearing gloves? Well, because, you know, he already told me that it's a user. Ergonomically, I mean, the edges are nicely, you know, chamfered down. This is just a very different ergonomic experience than my Higo 2, which I'll actually go ahead and get out for you. My Higo's a user, and this is always, you know, if you're new and you're like, this Metal Complex guy seems all right, but he clearly doesn't use his knives. I actually have my Rockstead, which is absolutely a user, has a broken tip. I mean, truthfully, it was because of a stupid I was doing something dumb with it. But I do carry and use this knife, and my Higo these are about $1,500. The Ren is $2,200. Rockstead's pricing is confusing. There's no doubt in my mind, right? No doubt in my mind that these are worth well over $1,000. Like, you cannot do this. Not with these being manufactured in Japan, right? This isn't, these are not in the same caliber as your, anything under $1,000 knives. It's just how they tier things, right? Because they have knives that are like 11, 1,200, and then 13, 14, 1,500, and then they got like 2,000 and then 3,000, and you're like, whoa. Why, right? So, right off the bat, I do like the finish on the titanium, and you can see here, they've done some interesting things in terms of there's lots of different layers and things. And we have a different finish on different parts of the titanium, which actually does give it a really unique look. It's fairly complicated machining on the titanium. The other side of this is solid carbon fiber, and I'm going to be real with you, it's just kind of meh. The carbon fiber is kind of eh. I really feel like they should have done titanium on both sides of this. I think that would have looked really, really cool. I'm also surprised that they did not, they're capable of, well, it's kind of contouring, right? You can see here this scale on my what is this? Higo. It's just like various flat lines that like sort of create this domed effect, right? But this is just flat carbon fiber that's been milled where we have like a step here, and it's a step up, and it's a step up, right? I think there's actually 3 different steps on all of this, right? It does look really, really nice. And obviously the most expensive part of this knife by a landslide is the blade. That right there is the first grand, right? And that's going to be really hard for some people to understand, but that's the truth. You're not doing this. You're not mirror polishing ZDP. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get it this way where it's an absolutely perfect symmetrical zero edge, right? And then mirror polished. It's just not, you're not going to do that cheap. That's why we don't see it, right? If you could, do that in a really inexpensive way, then we would see it all over the place, but we don't, right? So these are definitely on a different level. It's comfortable. The action is a lot better, and when I say a lot better, I mean it's a lot smoother than even this broken in, which is good. I'm happy with it, right? I've gotten it to about where I assumed it would be. This is actually a bit better. It really, I think maybe the thumb stud, it's really no tighter. Hold on. I'm going to do them both at the same time. This is actually tighter than this guy. So I think it's the thumb stud placement. Definitely like the little ramp and notch back here. This little sort of miniature fuller with a hole in it really gives these Rockstead blades some character. These are some of the best looking blades on the market. They really are. The way that they do, it's almost like a blasted, like a vapor blasted flat. This is actually milled in, not laser etched. This is milled into the blade. We've got nice wedge up here. That Tanto, that is just really wicked. That is such an awesome looking blade. Holy moly. And they did a milled clip, right? That's one of the biggest complaints about like the Higo is $1,500 and you're getting this rinky dink. It's very functional, but it's very plain. You're actually getting a milled clip on the Ren here, and you're getting a milled backspacer. I really, the most disappointing thing about this knife for me, look how they do they lip the entire frame lock there. That's cool. That's a good idea. I think the titanium side is very nice and impressive. Nothing ultra special here. The most disappointing part of this knife is the carbon fiber on the front. It really looks kind of blah. I think they should have done something different or added a polish to it or done something, right? It's really just carbon fiber, but that blade is very, very impressive. I can't say it's really comfortable. I don't know which I like more. I think it definitely is larger overall. or maybe exactly the same length. I think it is, just has a little bit more presence. Let's weigh it and measure it. I want to say these are 8 1/4. Yeah, it's 8 1/4 with a 3.65 inch blade, 3.5 inches of cutting edge for sure. And then I want to weigh it real quick. Not a review, just an unboxing and first impressions. Not bad, less than I thought, 4.37 ounces. Okay, yeah, interesting. Gonna take me a bit. Not seeing, I mean, if you guys remember my review of this guy, which I own, right? I love it, but I feel like the Higo 2 is overpriced. Right off the bat, I don't see $2,200 here. I definitely see well over $1,000, easy. But $2,200, that's really difficult. I mean, the base Higo 2 is a titanium frame lock and it's full tie, and you can get those in the same ZDP. What are those? $1,250? So where's the extra 1,000 here? This is really cool, and I love how it looks. I think it's awesome. It's just, man, I do not understand Rockstead's pricing here. Unless there's some magical element, right? It can like preemptively cut things like before you decide to cut them, right? It can travel through time, travel into the future, and make precision cuts before you even decide that you need to do it. Well, that might be worth, you know, an extra $1,000, but I just don't know. This is just my first impressions. I'm obviously going to do some research on this. I don't want to judge this thing before I understand it, and I don't want, you know, that's the biggest problem. If you're still here, that's the biggest problem with watching content like this, right? Is because you're judging my reaction and you're also judging these things through a small rectangle, which there's not enough information for me to go on yet. It doesn't seem, I don't know that I fully expect to find something that's going to justify that price tag, but this knife has always been interesting to me. I remember the first time that I saw it on Instagram and I thought that looks pretty neat. Wow, it's expensive. So, we'll do some research. I'll do the full comprehensive review. You can expect it here in maybe 3 to 4 weeks, something like that. I have a lot on my plate right now, and this one's obviously going to take a little bit of time. So I also want to talk with Tom a little bit about this guy. And make sure that it's, you know, it would be really cool to carry and use this, but this is an expensive knife, and I want to make sure that that's okay with him. So, anyways, thank you so much to Tom for letting me check this out. That's gonna be pretty much it today. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.